So, Coach, the importance of, I know you've got 2 tough games on the road and then a third, but one game at a time, the importance of kind of getting it down.
Yeah, we need to play well. Look, results are going to come, they're not going to come, but I need the team to play up to their potential. We still believe that the group is good enough to win games. They believe it. We just need to go out and accomplish the words that we're talking about. All of the tactics that we worked on, well, we have to execute them. I have to give them the right tools to be successful. We all, I guess, just have to come together and start producing, or else, season will slip away.
Do you feel that that's all kind of in the balance for this game, though, too? Like Sunday, is there any threat of losing the team if this match doesn't work out?
I think that group is firmly committed to trying to make sure that we end the season on a strong or a high note, make it into the playoffs, and see what we can do. I don't think there's any quit in the team.
How pivotal, though, is this week? If you were to
It's a big week. It's a big week. It's a big week for us, big week for Portland, big week for Vancouver. I mean, it's a big week for all the teams in MLS. Big. Massive.
How's Christian hold on to it?
Yeah. I mean, he's going to come on the trip with us. We'll see if he plays or not.
All the health-wise, though, other than Kellen Rowe, the team's looking at a healthy structure at this point.
Yeah, except for Kellen and Tevez.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit about Christian.
Tacoma.
One of the players that I guess I'm assuming is with Tacoma today, Josh Atencio. Where do you see him sort of fitting in, and what do you want to see from him to get more first-team minutes?
Probably a little more consistency. I know that's hard without playing games. But even in training, he's been a little up and down. He had a back issue. He working with some minor little niggly things that was slowing him down. Who's the right pair in there? Is Obed better with JP or Albert? What is Josh's true position? He's not really number 6. He's got too much going forward to be labeled as a 6 or double pivot. I think sometimes if you look at Josh, would he be better in 4-3-3 as one of the 8s? Probably. So it's kind of just a situational thing. Where does he fit the way we play? But he'll get a chance this week to play and show us.
Sometimes you take responsibility, like after losses or whatever, but it seems like this is all on the players now. There's, would you say?
No, look, we're combined, but we are separate. Look, I've said this many times. It's our job, my job as a coach, to give them the tools, the tactics, the training for them to be successful. Yes, they have to make plays in the field, Jada. I understand that. I totally understand that. So there is a little bit of separation, but we're all in it together. I think everybody is committed, coaches and players.
So as coaches, you don't think you've exhausted all of the tools that you can, and now it's like you're just waiting?
What I would say is that, look, we're trying some different things now until Christian comes back, trying to unlock the offense until Christian comes back. Those didn't manifest themselves in Atlanta. If they don't work against Minnesota, then we'll have to adjust and make different adjustments for Austin. And then hopefully by the Portland game, Christian will be able to feature, and we can maybe go back to some of the things we did well earlier in the year. And it's not just about Christian. I'm not waiting just for Christian to be the savior. It's our job just to make sure that the groupings, the pairings, the players that we put on the field are going to perform.
So is it any different than, like last year? It was, a lot of talk about how you miss JP rightfully, and obviously Christian rightfully. They're huge pieces to your puzzle, but is it kind of a similar situation where
I would agree with you on that, Jada. It is similar. JP was a big part of our team, is a big part of our team, and so is Christian. I pulled that stat out the other day. He's played 12 games. We only lost once, but it's a team sport, and so we have had enough time to try and overcome some of those challenges from not having Christian in the lineup, and we just haven't accomplished that yet.
as a coaching staff, how much do you have to, I don't know how to say this, but just be patient because you're trying things and yet, you don't want to pull the plug and yet you have to evaluate if you're making progress.
Well, the overall changes that we made were pretty dramatic this year about how we played, the style of play, the 3-2 build-up, pockets, who's wide on each side of the field. They were big changes for the group because normally I was 4-2-3-1, but we played outside backs getting forward, the other guy tucking in. We made considerable changes. Those started to work. Some of the subtle changes that we tried, like the stuff we tried against Atlanta, yes, they didn't work, but we can't just reshuffle the entire deck. It's still a sound idea. So we're going to try it again. We'll see if it works. And then if it doesn't, then yeah, maybe for the last 5 games of the year, we've got to try something different.
But when you say you're trying it, I think you made a comment about possibly changing the starting lineup, though. Like you're going to try it again, but with different pieces.
Well, yes, but where Jordan plays, how Jordan plays was what we tried against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Trying to play with 2 forwards, a little higher up the field. That was our goal. That was our objective. It didn't manifest itself.
Did the loss, the Christian not being in the lineup, the stat, going further, is it his ability to stretch the defense? Is that what?
I think he brings a better balance defensively. I think that's what it is. Christian does all the little things that you don't necessarily see on the scoreline. Yes, he's good in attack. Yes, he can get it behind. He's got good engines. Him and his brother are good. But he does the defending part really well. Balances us a little bit more defensively.
And that's like transition-wise, you're not getting quite that turnover.
Transition defending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last couple for Coach, guys. Meant to ask you about this earlier this week, but quite a few people noticed that you came out of the locker room a lot earlier than the players did on Sunday. And just curious if there was anything to that, or it was just sort of like one of those things that happens.
I said what I thought I needed to say. Obviously didn't work. It worked for 15 minutes maybe, but I said what I needed to say, and it was normal.
Another kind of different subject, but Sam Adeniran has been
killing it, right? I saw his goal.
Yeah. What would you say about how that situation played out here?
Similar to what Henry Wingo's done in Hungary, similar to what other players. Sometimes a change of scenery. It didn't work for us here. Maybe the coach saw something different. Maybe he grew in confidence. Sometimes failure breeds success somewhere else. There's a ton of stories about people going to other places and having success. We're happy for Sam. He was a great kid. We had 0 problems with him. Always trained hard. Nice guy, nice kid. Good for him. Good for St. Louis.
Fair to say that you guys weren't quite sure what role he was here. Like it seemed like he doesn't seem quite like a 9. He doesn't seem quite like a classic winger. He does seem to be playing more of a second forward in St. Louis. Is that a fair assessment, or is it not? Was that not really part of the decision to let go?
Well, the decision to let him go was he consistent? Where was he going to play? Yes, in our style, we had Leo Chu, we had Jordan Morris on the left-hand side. A lot of that was a numbers game. Could he play on the right side? Yes, maybe, but we had Christian. Some of that went into the decision, So, we chose Jordan and Chu, and Sam had to go.
I guess that you are alluding. You did not see him as a 9. People see his body, they assume he's a 9. It doesn't really look like that.
He had a lot of success for Wade when he was kind of playing out here on the left. I'm not so sure he was a true 9. If a team played with 2 forwards, you could match him up with, a guy underneath. He's a talented kid. You got to give him. You have to give Sam credit. He stuck with it, and now he's bearing the rewards of his hard work.